England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. Means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Again, it's Harris on second down. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. He's got the 1st down and more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for New England. And even 40 yards. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Down carry for Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
Yeah, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this? Pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 2nd and 13, Bridgewater, and incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater now. It's brought in by Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Edmonds. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They go play action. Bridgewater rolling to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 4 yards down. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by by Sanders, and the lead is now 17-3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They're going to try and throw.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give. Running left is Harris.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's another carry for Harris. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Second down and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
On the give, this is Harris. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Harris. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Able to find Shaheen here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Bridgewater to throw it. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 count. First half, now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Here's Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Bridgewater's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
To throw is Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
To Edmonds on the toss. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, 26 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New England.
There you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness. And
I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Now Bridgewater. And a completion to Wilson.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Play action now. Bridgewater.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He's got it to the 43 here. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Jones going up top. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Tyquan Thornton
making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Patriots take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here.
Touchdown! Hunter Henry! A 22-yard touchdown crowd.
And the Pats are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time.
Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Folk connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Dolphins 31.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Now he's flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cedric Wilson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And down he'll go at the 25. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing Jones. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the delay, here's Harris. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run again with Harris, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll try the right side with Harris, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Now Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Jones.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down.
Here's Jones.
It's brought in by Harris.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute.
Folk's kick is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.